Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Hello English World, the place where you learn English through real conversations about real topics. I'm Rose, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host,
Leo. Hey, everyone. Great to be here with you all today.
Leo. I have to say, I am so excited about today's topic, like genuinely thrilled.
I can tell. You've been talking about this all morning. What are we covering today, Rose?
Okay, so if you love football, or soccer as some people call it, then today's episode is absolutely for you. We are talking about the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Yes, the biggest football tournament on the planet. And this one is extra special, right, Rose?
Exactly. And not only that, we are going to focus on two of the most legendary, most passionate, most competitive teams in football history.
Ooh, I think I know where this is going.
Brazil and Argentina, the two giants of South American football.
Now, that is a topic worth talking about. And of course, as always on this channel, we're going to use this exciting topic to help you improve your English.
That's right. Whether you're a beginner or an intermediate learner, we use simple, natural English, the kind of language real people use in real conversations. So stay with us.
Let's kick things off.
Nice football pun, Leo. Kick things off. Love it. Before we dive deep into the topic, let's do a quick vocabulary warm-up. Leo, shall we?
Absolutely. So today we have some great football-related words that are also very useful in everyday English. Rose, you want to start?
Sure. Okay, first word, tournament. Vocab. A tournament is a competition where many teams play against each other until one team wins. So we say, the FIFA World Cup is the biggest football tournament in the world.
Great. Next word, rivalry. Vocab. A rivalry means a strong competition between two people or two teams over a long period of time. Example, Brazil and Argentina have one of the greatest rivalries in football history.
Ooh, I love that word, rivalry. It sounds so dramatic.
It really does. Okay, next, host country. Vocab. The host country is a country that organizes and holds the tournament. Example, in 2026, the United States, Canada, and Mexico are the host countries.
That's right, 3 countries hosting one World Cup. That's actually historic, Leo.
It is. We'll talk more about that in a moment, but one more vocab word. Squad. Vocab. A squad is a group of players selected to represent a team. Example, every country has a squad of 26 players for the World Cup.
Perfect. So to recap our 4 words, tournament, rivalry, host country, squad. Can you use them in a sentence today? Try it. Write your sentence in the comments below. All right, Leo, let's talk about the World Cup 2026. What makes this one so unique?
So this is a really special edition of the World Cup for a few reasons. First, as I mentioned, it's being hosted by 3 countries, the United States, Canada, and Mexico. That has never happened before in World Cup history.
Wow, 3 countries. So the games are happening in different cities across all 3 countries?
Exactly. There are 16 host cities altogether. Cities like New York, Los Angeles, Dallas in the USA, Toronto and Vancouver in Canada, and Mexico City in Mexico.
That's incredible. Okay, and the second big thing?
The second big thing is that this is the first World Cup with 48 teams instead of the usual 32.
48 teams, so more countries get to participate. More football.
More football, more drama, more surprises, and more chances for smaller nations to make their mark on the world stage.
I love that phrase, make their mark. Vocab. It means to do something impressive or to be noticed. Like, a young player can make their mark at the World Cup and become famous overnight.
Beautifully explained, Rose. So yes, 2026 is bigger and bolder than any World Cup before it.
And of course, Brazil and Argentina will both be there competing for the ultimate prize.
The ultimate prize. Vocab. That means the greatest, the most important. Winning the World Cup is the ultimate goal for every footballer.
Okay, Leo, let's talk about Brazil first. Now, I have to say, Brazil is my personal favorite team. They just play such beautiful football.
I knew you were going to say that. Why do you love Brazil so much?
Because they play with so much joy and passion. You can see it in the way they move, the way they celebrate. Football is not just a sport for them, it's like an expression of who they are.
That's very well said. And the numbers back you up. Brazil is the most successful national team in World Cup history. They have won it 5 times.
5 times in 1958, 1962, 1970, 1994, and 2002. They are the only team to have qualified for every single World Cup since the tournament began.
That's consistency. Vocab. Consistency means doing something well again and again over a long period of time. Brazil's consistency in qualifying for the World Cup is unmatched.
Unmatched, meaning nobody else has done it as well. Now, Leo, what about the Brazil squad for 2026? Who are the key players?
Well, Brazil has a very exciting generation of players right now. Vinicius Jr. is one of the most exciting wingers in the world. His pace and dribbling are incredible.
Pace, vocab. That means speed. Vinicius Jr. is known for his pace on the left wing.
And then you have players like Rodrigo, Endrick, who is still very young but already showing enormous potential, and Casemiro in midfield, a real leader, a commanding presence.
Commanding, meaning being powerful and in control. Casemiro is a commanding midfielder who controls the rhythm of the game.
Brazil's style is also worth talking about. They're known for a style called Jogo Bonito, which is Portuguese for the beautiful game.
I love that, the beautiful game. It describes this flowing, creative, attacking style of football that Brazil is famous for.
Exactly. When Brazil are at their best, it really does look like art.
And that's why the whole world, no matter where you're from, tends to have a soft spot for Brazil.
A soft spot, vocab, meaning a special feeling of warmth or affection for something or someone. Many football fans around the world have a soft spot for Brazil.
All right, now let's talk about Argentina. And Leo, I know this is your team.
I won't deny it. Argentina are the reigning World Cup champions. They won the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, one of the most dramatic finals in football history.
Reigning, vocab, meaning currently holding the title. Argentina are the reigning World Cup champions, so they come into 2026 as the team everyone wants to beat.
Exactly. And it was such an emotional victory for Argentina in 2022. They beat France in the final on penalties after a thrilling comeback from 2-0.
A comeback, vocab, when a team is losing but manages to get back into the game and eventually win. Argentina made an incredible comeback in the 2022 World Cup final.
And of course, the man at the heart of it all, the legend, Lionel Messi.
Ah, Messi. I mean, even if you don't follow football, you've heard the name Messi, right?
Absolutely. Messi is widely regarded as the greatest footballer of all time, or the GOAT, as people say.
The GOAT, greatest of all time, vocab. It's a very popular expression now used in many sports and even in music, business, and everyday life. Like, she is the GOAT of tennis, or that teacher is the GOAT.
Yes, Messi winning the World Cup in 2022 completed his legacy. It was the one trophy he hadn't won with Argentina.
Legacy, vocab, what someone is remembered for, the impact they leave behind. Messi's legacy in football is one of the greatest of all time.
Now, for 2026, the question everyone is asking is, will Messi play? He was 37 when the tournament begins, so it could be his final World Cup.
That makes it incredibly emotional to watch, doesn't it? The idea of a legend perhaps playing his last World Cup.
It really does. But Argentina also has a fantastic squad beyond Messi. Julian Alvarez, a powerful, clinical striker. Clinical means very precise and effective, especially in front of the goal. Julian Alvarez is a clinical finisher.
And Enzo Fernandez in midfield, a player who controls the game with such composure. Composure means staying calm under pressure. His composure in difficult moments sets him apart from other players.
Argentina also play with tremendous defensive organization. They are hard to beat. They are disciplined, meaning they follow the game plan and don't make careless mistakes easily.
So you've got Brazil, the beautiful, expressive, attacking team, and Argentina, the champions, the organized, the resilient team. Resilient means able to recover quickly from difficulties.
What a contrast, and that's exactly what makes this rivalry so fascinating.
Let's really dig into this rivalry now. Leo, how would you describe the Brazil-Argentina rivalry to someone who knows nothing about football?
Great question. Imagine two neighbors who are both incredibly talented. They respect each other deeply, but they also desperately want to be better than the other. Every time they meet, there's an electric atmosphere.
Electric atmosphere, meaning extremely exciting and full of energy. The stadium had an electric atmosphere when Brazil and Argentina kicked off.
This rivalry is known in Spanish as El Clásico del Río de la Plata, or simply the Super Clásico. It's one of the oldest and most intense rivalries in all of sport.
And historically, they've been very evenly matched, haven't they?
They have. Both teams have had periods of dominance. Dominance means being much stronger or more successful than others. Brazil had a period of dominance in the 1960s and 70s. Argentina dominated in the 1980s and recently in 2022.
Brazil has 5 World Cup titles. Argentina now has 3. So Argentina are catching up.
Yes, we are.
Teasing. Listen to him.
Okay. The interesting thing is that these two teams don't always meet at the World Cup because they are in the same confederation, CONMEBOL, South America, so they only meet at the World Cup in the knockout stages.
The knockout stages, the rounds of the World Cup where if you lose, you go home, no second chances. Reaching the knockout stages is every team's goal at the World Cup.
Fans around the world dream of a Brazil versus Argentina match in the World Cup final. It has never happened before.
Never? Wait, seriously?
Never in a World Cup final. They've met at various stages, but never in the final match.
Oh my goodness. So if that happens in 2026, it would be absolutely historic. Historic means so important that it will be remembered for a very long time. A Brazil versus Argentina World Cup final would be a historic moment in sport.
The whole planet would stop and watch.
I would cry. I'm not embarrassed to admit that.
Same, Rose. Honestly, same.
Before we wrap up, let's do a quick round of useful English expressions from today's conversation. These are natural phrases you can use in everyday life.
Number 1, to kick things off, meaning to start something. Let's kick things off with a vocabulary quiz.
Number 2, to make your mark, meaning to do something impressive and be noticed. She made her mark in the company during her very first week.
Number 3, to have a soft spot for, meaning to have a special affection for someone or something. I've always had a soft spot for old movies.
Number 4, up for grabs, meaning available for anyone to win or take. The top position in the company is up for grabs.
And number 5, to stop someone in their tracks, meaning to suddenly get someone's full attention. The announcement stopped everyone in their tracks.
Beautiful. Can you use any of these in a sentence? Leave your example in the comments. We read every single one. All right, everyone, we are coming to the end of today's episode. Leo, what a conversation we've had.
It really has been great, and I hope everyone watching has not only enjoyed the football discussion, but also picked up some great new English words and expressions along the way.
Let's do a super quick recap of today's vocabulary. We covered tournament, a competition between many teams; rivalry, long-term competition between two sides; resilient, able to bounce back from difficulties; legacy, what someone is remembered for; historic, so important it will be remembered forever; the GOAT, greatest of all time.
And our discussion question for you today is, who do you think will win the FIFA 2026 World Cup? Write your answer in the comments. Is it Brazil, Argentina, or do you think another team will surprise everyone?
I'm going with Brazil. Whispers, don't tell Leo.
I heard that. Argentina all the way.
If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join our Hello English World family.
We upload new English learning content every week, so make sure you don't miss out. Turn on your notifications.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Keep practicing your English every single day, even just a little bit, and you will see incredible progress.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing.
And as we always say here on Hello English World,
English is not just a language, it's a world of possibilities. See you next time.